Hey guys, it's me again. So this is your final little activity to go on with this section on grids and maps and everything. So I came up with this little project for you. It's called Create a Town. So I'm going to just spend the next couple minutes explaining how you're going to do this. I mean, ideally, this is an activity that I would have planned where I would have given you big construction paper and rulers and would have colored pencils and markers and having all kinds of fun. But I've adapted it, so hopefully this works out online. I've been playing with it for a while today. And so hopefully I'm going to go through and kind of give you some directions and everything and show you how things should work. And hopefully if you have any bugs or anything, you can always email me questions and we can kind of work through it together. Some of it's just, copying and pasting, and sometimes things disappear. So the most important, absolutely important button is the back arrow, okay, or the undo, okay? Because if something disappears or it makes a mistake, just undo until it gets back to the point where you need it to be. So anyway, you're going to create a map. You're going to create a town map. Okay, and your town must have certain things in it. Okay, so the requirements are that it has to have 3 restaurants, 2 stores, 1 school, 4 houses, and then the last thing is 3 locations of your choice. So you decide. So your town might have a fire station, a police station, a park, a lake, a post office, a pharmacy, a doctor's office. You decide what those extra 3 things are. Okay, so the directions down here say follow the building location requirements from above and either use the provided icon images, which are on page 3, and place them on the map, or you can go onto the internet and find your own icon images and paste them onto the map. Totally up to you, okay? So once you have all that done, you're going to do step 2, which is complete the table to identify the names of your buildings and the location information for each building. So the map's down a little further, but here's the table. So this is part 2. You're seeing part 2 first. So here's the table. So here's an example. You would tell me the name of your building, and yes, there has to be a school. I did name it. We want to be as specific as possible. We're going to let some of our creativity flow here a little bit. Okay, so my example is somewhere on my map, I'm going to put a school and I'm going to call it Pineville Elementary. At the x-axis, it's at x coordinate 10 and y coordinate 13. So the ordered pair of where the school should be is at 10, 13. So after I'm done placing all of my items on the map, I'm going to come back up here into this table and I'm just going to click in it and I'm going to type all of my different buildings, the x-axis, the y coordinates, and the ordered pairs for each one. Okay, so let's slide down here and look at page 2. So page 2 is our actual map. Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, so here's my map, my coordinate grid. So I have an x-axis from 0 to 25 and my y-axis is the same thing. Okay, so if you choose the option of using my images, now I haven't given you an image for all those options I talked about, but I do have a couple restaurants, a couple stores, a couple schools, a couple houses, and then I have post office, fire station, police station, some lakes, a park. I kind of gave you a color version and a black and white version of each. If you want to do something above and beyond that, you'd have to go into the internet and copy and paste, which I'll go through here in a second. Okay, so let's say I'll do my school because I said that it was going to be at 10:13. So I'm going to actually use this guy right here. Okay, so I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to hit Control-C. And then I'm just going to click off the image and I'm going to hit Control-V and it's going to give me another one because we want to keep this here. Unless you just want to drag it, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to drag this. Whoa, hello. Sorry, guys. Okay, see, a mistake happened. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hit the undo button. Okay, so I'm going to grab this and I'm going to bring it up here. And I'm going to end up hoping no mistakes happen. I'm going to try as close as possible to get it at 10:13. Oops. And now that moves. See, this might happen because it's a Google Doc. So once again, just hit that back arrow and I lost my school again. So you just have to have a little patience here, okay? Okay, so I'm going to grab my school and I'm going to pull it up. And if you keep holding on to it until you get it to the right place, you have a less chance of a mistake happening. Okay, so it's 1013 about right there. Okay, so our buildings are going to be a little bit bigger than our grid, so I'm just going to grab that edge there and bring it down just a little bit. Okay, and so right now, I think I called it Pineview Elementary. Yep, Pineville Elementary is right there at 1013. Okay, so then I will go down here and grab something else and take it up there. Okay, you can, if you only need one of them, you can just grab and take it. If you need more than one, you would just need to hit Control C for copy. So you highlight it, you hit Control C and it copies it, and then you have to click somewhere off of it and hit Control V to paste a new one, and then you can just grab that one and take it where it needs to be. And remember, undo button if something happens that you don't like. Okay, it just easily just takes away the mistake. Okay, don't hit the undo button too many times or else it'll take away good things that you've already done. Okay, so if you decide, hey, I want to go out into the internet and I want to find this for myself, then all you have to do is open a Google browser, okay, and type in your search. So because we're talking about little icons, so let's say you want a house icon. So if you want a house icon, you're just going to Google house icon. And then you're getting all these little images coming up, okay? And you can click here and you can get so many more, okay? So find one that you like. Oh, this one's kind of cute, okay? So then you can either right click on it or kind of hover and click, but you need to be able to copy the image, okay? And as soon as you copy the image, then you can go back to your project, and if you want to do it on this page, you want to do it on a blank page, wherever, you just need to have your icon somewhere and hit Control V. Now these are probably going to come in pretty big, so you're going to have to take them down. Okay, the other thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to wrap text, okay, which makes it able to be moved around the place. So you're going to click, it always comes in as being the first thing highlighted, so wrap text is the middle one, so you have to pick that. And then you also have to, sorry, an email just came in there, guys. You also have to choose fixed position on page, because if you don't, watch what happens here. Okay, so move with text. I think something bad's going to happen here, but we'll see. It happened earlier when I was playing around with it. So if I keep it at move with text, whenever I bring it up there, it disappears and goes behind the grid. So, okay, what am I going to do first? Next, I'm going to hit that undo button, okay, get my house back. So I have the center wrap text button hit. I have to click here on the drop down and choose fixed position on page. And then whenever I grab and drag it and put my house, let's say I want my house at 20 and 3. So I want my house right there at 20 and 3. And then it ends up almost, hold on, come on, my little house here. Oh, see, we have bad things happening. Okay, so I'll undo. I'm going to make my house a little bit smaller before I take it up there. Okay, so now I'm going to grab it. Come on, 20 and 3. Right there. And then I have my house at 20 and 3. And let's say that's Mrs. Lehman's house, or we can say that it's Aiden's house, or we can say it's Spencer's house, or we can say it's Lily's house. You decide whose house it is. So when you go up and do the form, you can be specific and name it. It's Mrs. Lehman's house, or it's Lily's house, or it's Spencer's house. Okay, and then it was at 20 and 3, so 23 would be its ordered pair. Okay, guys, good luck. I hope that you can have fun with this and be a little creative. I can't wait to see what you end up with. And if you have any questions or having any trouble, just feel free to come to my office hours. We can go into a screen sharing thing and a presenting, and I can help you out in any way possible. Okay, so good luck, and I can't wait to see them. Super excited.